Hi, I'm Rob Streeter, and I am the author of The Greats of Adirondack Fly Fishing. It's a book that I put together on some of the great fly shops and fly tyers of the Adirondacks of yesteryear. And today we're going to do a fly that was one of the three flies that Fran Betters is really known for. And the name of the fly is the Usual. I would call it the Unusual if it was me, because it's kind of an odd fly, but it was a pattern that he really got a lot of fame for. It's got an odd material. It uses the hair of a snowshoe rabbit foot. Believe it or not, you can still get a hold of those at fly tying suppliers. So we'll tie that fly today. When I was younger, and I was just a young adult, and I started to have some money and a car and everything and could get around and fly fish, I was really influenced by Fran's book, his pattern guide. A lot of my fly tying, I've been tying flies since I was 7 years old, was really influenced by his book, The Rugged Flies of the Adirondacks, and the Adirondack style of fly tying. And I was also influenced by Ed Bendel as well. But Betters was known for flies that were born in the Adirondacks, just like the Usual that we're going to tie right now. So let's give this a try. Okay, so here's how you tie the Usual. I'm going to use hot orange thread, and the reason is that the Usual flies that I've seen that Fran Betters tied in my friend's collection, and my friend was a good friend of Betters, had the orange thread on them, and you could see how the orange would kind of come through the rabbit's foot dubbing, and I'm going to do it that way because the ones I've seen did that. So there's really two materials, just thread and snowshoe rabbit's foot. So we're going to take some of the hair off of the rabbit's foot, and I'm going to use it for a tail. So we'll get that out. Get the guard hairs out. Okay, so we're going to use the longer hairs off of that for a tail. Get that tied in. I'm going to use a clump of the longer hairs for the wing. Tie that in. Make a nice taper. Come back up, stand the wing up. So he used the underfur from the rabbit foot, and I found that it's a little tough to work with. You got to use a lot of wax on the thread, but it does work as dubbing. A little more of it. Some more wax. And we'll come up in the front of the wing. Just a little pinch more. And I'll just make a head for the fly. Whip finish. Trim it, get a drop of glue on it. And that's it. It's a simple fly to tie. Like I said, the ones that I've seen that he tied were like this, where you'd see the orange coming through the body material, and apparently it worked for him because he got a lot of notoriety for this fly. I've heard a lot of people say they think the fly, that the fish take it as an emerger, and I can definitely see that. And it's got a weird material. That snowshoe rabbit foot has kind of like an iridescence to it, and maybe that's a big attractor for the fish, but there it is. That's the usual. So if you like this series of videos, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. We're trying to do more of these. There's a couple more left from this book, and I'm going to start a series from one of my books warm water fly fishing. So we're going to get that going pretty soon. And I appreciate everybody that's watching. At the end of the video, I've got information on how you can buy the book. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Rob Streeter Outdoors. Thanks.